Fork drop revelation. I was halfway through dumping my girlfriend in the middle of our favorite Thai place when she dropped her fork, looked me dead in the eye, and told me she'd already broken up with me weeks ago. I just hadn't noticed. She said it like she was telling me the weather, then followed up by explaining that she'd moved out of our place last weekend, and had been living with someone else ever since. I asked her who, and she just smiled, swirling her noodles, and said, "Your boss." Everything after that moved in slow motion. I stared across the table, realizing that every late night, every excuse, every weird morning where she'd already left for yoga, it was all leading to this. The waiter came by, saw the look on my face, and quietly slipped the check onto the table. My girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, I guess, didn't even flinch. She said she didn't want a scene, but I could feel every muscle in my body coiled like a trap. I asked her if this was some kind of revenge for last summer, when I missed her birthday for a work trip, and she just laughed and said, "You think everything is about you." I left her at the table, walked outside, and called my boss. Straight to voicemail. I wanted to scream, but all I could do was stand there and replay every conversation, every team dinner he'd invited me to, every time he'd asked how my relationship was going. I realized my boss had been asking about my girlfriend more and more, and suddenly, it all made sense. The weird camaraderie, the secret jokes, the way he'd always offer to drive her home after office parties. I felt like the punchline to some cruel joke. But here's the twist. As I stood on the curb, I realized I wasn't even angry. I was relieved. Deep down, I'd known for months that I didn't love her anymore, that we'd both just been coasting on old habits and shared rant. The betrayal stung, but it was almost a gift, an excuse to let go of the person I'd become, the pushover who let people walk all over him. I didn't get closure, but I got something better, a clean slate, and a promise to never ignore my instincts again.